From meeting at a dinner party to building an internet empire, Austin McBroom and Catherine Paiz's relationship went from dreamy to screamy in just a decade.
Stay with me, ride with me.
You're the perfect man for me.
Just love me, just love me.
'Cause this ain't no game.
He not only tore apart his family, but also ruined his reputation with titles like racist, liar, pretentious, and sex offender.
I never heard him say the words, "I cheated," until about a week ago when that first chapter of my book came out. I've never heard him say the words, "I cheated." And when I heard the words, I was like, oh my God. Finally, I heard it. Thank you so much. That was all I was waiting for. Thank you. That's all I needed to hear. You could have just said it to me. You could have just been honest with me and just told me. But it was like I was being gaslighted.
Austin didn't just cheat on Catherine, he allegedly did it with over 20 different women. All the while, he portrayed the perfect family man on YouTube, while in reality, infidelity was only the tip of the iceberg.
First big moment, you're like, oh shit, he's cheating. Where were you? What happened?
Yeah, so there was like quite a few moments.
Okay.
But there was a
Let's go
couple of
through it.
moments where I was like, I'm heartbroken.
Okay.
Like,
The first one. Let's go to the first.
so, I don't remember exactly the first moment because I feel like there's just so many.
So, did Austin McBroom ever take responsibility, or did he simply shrug it off and keep creeping behind other women's backs, and disturbingly, even behind children?
Damn, you looking like somebody's fiance today. God damn.
Hey!
Mommy and Daddy woke you up early this morning? We didn't even have enough time to do your hair. I'm sorry. Hey. Daughter with the Vans. Daddy with the Vans. Where you going? Where you going? Where you going?
This is all about Austin McBroom and how he went from a seemingly perfect parent to a predator. Before Austin McBroom got big on social media, he was a football player who comes from a family who are big on athletics, making it only fair. Austin's mom being a softball player and his dad a baseball player and football player, he was pushed to play sports growing up. Austin's parents divorced when he was quite young, and he mostly grew up with his dad, Alan McBroom. He became a basketball player in high school, although he originally played 3 different sports: football, basketball, and baseball. Eventually, he quit the others and focused solely on basketball, which helped him build one of his early careers during and after high school.
Fact number 6 is that I played 3 sports in high school. I played football, basketball, and baseball. And I was pretty decent all 3.
And why did you choose basketball?
Basketball was just my all-time love. Like, baseball was just too slow for me. And then football, I hate getting tackled. I would just run all over the field.
Austin's a really fast runner.
And basketball just something I was always in love with. Couldn't get bored with basketball. I went to high school in North Hollywood, and it was called Campbell Hall. So, like I said earlier, I lived in Palmdale, but I went to high school in North Hollywood. I had to commute an hour every day to school. So, like, when I first started driving, I think I was sophomore or junior. And, like, my freshman year, I would ride down with the football coach because he also lived in Palmdale. And so he would take me with his son to school. But after that, I would drive myself an hour every day to school.
You know that I drove an hour every day to school too.
Really? And it was a private school, by the way. So my parents, where I live in Palmdale, they had a bunch of public schools around me. My parents weren't comfortable with me going to a public school. They wanted me to go somewhere with high academics and to set me up for the future as far as like sports-wise. And Campbell Hall was great. They had great academics and great sports. So that is why I drove an hour every day to school. It was a mission. I would literally have practice. After school, I'd have practice. And I would probably get done around like 6 or 7 at night. And then I have to drive all the way home. And so by the time I got home, it was like 8 p.m. And I was exhausted.
Austin McBroom played as a point guard, a role typically responsible for leading the offense, controlling the ball, and setting up plays. As a PG, he was known for his quickness, ball handling, and ability to shoot from long range.
His coming out party came as just a freshman when he poured in 30 points in the 2008 State Division IV title game, leading the Vikings to victory. Now in his junior year, he's firmly established as one of the region's top point guard prospects, possessing a unique combination of speed, balance, and vision. But in a surprise move, McBroom has decided to put those same attributes to use on the gridiron this fall as a running back and receiver in the Viking offense.
Well, actually, I've always wanted to play football ever since I was a little kid. I enjoy running the ball, enjoy catching the ball, I enjoy just having a blast with the teammates on the field and off the field. Just the whole love of the game.
A phenomenal natural athlete who's also excelled at baseball on the prep level, the 5'11" McBroom has emerged as the ultimate big play threat on the football field.
I was more excited than being anxious, so I just couldn't wait to get out there on the field and do well. We've been practicing for the whole summer, so it's just good to go out there and play somebody instead of our own teammates.
With their newfound weapon on offense, the Vikings look to have a legitimate shot at the East Valley Division title. As for the long-term future of this once-in-a-blue-moon athletic,
whatever the young man's heart's desire, he'll end up doing.
Not only did he excel in sports during high school, but he also graduated with an impressive 3.9 GPA. Sure, he was a star athlete with a 3.9 GPA, but brains on paper didn't stop him from making some pretty questionable life choices. And trust me, you'll see what I mean.
I went to 3 different colleges. Not too many people can say they went to 3 different colleges, right?
To 0.
So my first college I went to was Central Michigan. The reason why I left there is because my coach got fired, so I said deuces. And then the second college I went to was St. Louis University. The reason why I left there was because I didn't get along with the head coach. Yeah, when I first transferred to St. Louis, the coach that recruited me, he ended up passing away as soon as I moved there. So it was all bad, and I ended up playing for a coach who didn't recruit me, so me and him didn't get along. So I had to make the move from there, and then from there I went to Eastern Washington my last year where I graduated, and yeah, amazing. Oh, and I also, this was my next fact, but I might as well say it while I'm on the topic. I did graduate
with a 3.9.
With a 3.9 GPA.
Yes. And you have a major in what?
Oh, I have a major in communications.
Yeah, so he's very smart.
And my master's. I just started my master's and everything else.
The McBroom family is huge. Turns out Austin's not the only one. The rest of the McBrooms are just as wild. The McBrooms came from money, but that wasn't enough. According to them, fame was the real prize, and Austin and Landon were ready to sell their souls for it. But as always, it came with a price.
For those who don't know, I have 1 brother and 2 stepbrothers.
Moving on to Catherine Paiz, she was no less of a star. However, her childhood wasn't as comfortable as McBroom's. Her parents lived in Panama during her early years and, like many young couples, faced difficulties in their relationship. It eventually became toxic, and her mother decided she could no longer stay in it, so she moved to Florida. Catherine spent much of her childhood living with her father. Deep down, she understood that her mother made this decision for the best, and she always looked up to her for it.
Yeah, so my mom was born in Nicaragua. My dad is Panamanian. They met in Panama. They were teenagers when they met. And, they had a lot of hardship. They had a very toxic relationship, just like any young couple that is new to a country, new language, new everything. They didn't have family, they didn't have friends. And so the first half of my childhood, my dad was a single dad. My mom took herself out of that toxic relationship and moved to Florida. And so, I knew she did that for the best of the family. And it's interesting because I'm like, I had such an awareness even as a child that I knew she's doing the right thing. You know what I mean? I knew that as a child, and I'm like, I know my mom is doing this for us, for the bigger picture.
Besides her parents not having a great relationship, they also faced a serious financial crisis. That was what motivated Catherine to earn as much as possible, which led her to teach English, Spanish, and French while studying in China for a year at the age of 20, and she never missed a chance to cash in on what she had.
My parents didn't have much money, really nothing. Yeah. And I had this really weird relationship with money. Like, I remember thinking like, my mom would say things like, we don't have the money for that, or we can't do that, or, and I remember looking at her and thinking, I'm gonna make a lot of money one day so that I can do all the things that I wanna do, and I can support you, and I can support my family.
What Catherine took from her parents' experience was the understanding that a family should stay together to raise children. She wanted her kids to grow up in a loving home, surrounded by traditional family values. Well, she had certain plans, but the future had other ideas.
When I look at my parents, I thought, I don't want to be another couple that doesn't make it. I want to have that traditional love. You say your I do's, and you're in there for, till death do us part. That was like kind of the way that I saw it, Also having children, you want your children to grow up with both their parents. And that was my dream. It's like, I want to be able to have that family. And when we had it, you know what I mean? And I thought, oh my gosh. Like, I remember one morning, I remember thinking like, did I make it? Like, looking around, I remember, did I make it? And I was like, well, why do I feel so empty?
During her early 20s, she moved to Miami from Montreal, where she worked as a VIP manager at a club called Arcadia Miami, and she also worked as a hedge fund manager. She later moved to Los Angeles when she was 23 to pursue her acting and modeling career. During that time, she modeled for an independent swimwear company. Not only did she model, but she also acted in different movies like You Can't Have It, Lillian's Brood, Monday Nights at 7, and Shots Fired.
Oh, you see, you like to let the animal out.
Sadly, her acting career didn't blow up the way her modeling did, but when it came to Instagram and Tumblr, she was everywhere. Girls looked up to her for fashion and fitness inspo, and guys, yeah, they were obsessed. Even Travis Scott was out here liking her posts on the regular. Oh, and a fun fact, she also briefly dated Michael B. Jordan. Well, rumor has it she had an abortion during a past relationship, and fans think it might have been with, you probably already guessed it, yep, Michael B. Jordan. But he's not the only one fans drag into the mix. Actor Keith Powers gets thrown into the drama too. At the end of the day, though, we'll probably never really know the truth, will we? While both were busy chasing their own lives and careers, fate stepped in. They met at a dinner party in 2015. Who knew one dinner could change everything? Catherine was invited by a friend to an all-white attire event. At the party, her friend briefly introduced her to Austin McBroom, but surprisingly, they didn't talk much at all. They just shook hands, exchanged numbers, and that was pretty much it. Catherine left shortly after in an Uber.
My friend invited me to an all-white attire party. And I walked in, and I saw Austin from across the room. Austin McBroom from across the room. And I looked at him, and I thought, I don't know why, but I feel like I know him. So interesting. And she introduced us, and we shook hands, and that was it. And then I took an Uber home, and I didn't talk to him.
Little did she know Austin was a chaser. He texted her after the party, inviting her to dinner. But Catherine? Yeah, she lets the chasers chase. She did everything but make herself available. She didn't even reply to his first text. A whole month later, Austin double texted her, and that finally got a response. She agreed to go on a dinner date. It made her realize she had just gone on a dinner date with her future husband, because from the very start, she felt instantly comfortable around him.
So about a month later, he had messaged me on, I think like Twitter or something. He was like, hey, I'd like to send you something. And I didn't respond. So a month went by. And then he messaged me again, and he was like, hey, I'd like to take you to dinner. And I almost didn't go. I was like, I don't know why, but something's telling me to go. But I'm just like, I don't know. And so I'll never forget that morning, he was like, he goes, do you like sushi? And I said, no. He's like, okay, well, me neither, but I got us a reservation at Nobu Malibu. And I said, okay, that's nice. Like, in my head, I'd never been there before, so I'll go. So we go, and we're sitting across from each other, you know, we're by the ocean, and we're talking. He was asking me a lot of questions about me. I thought that was really nice, you know. And he's a young college student. It was like he was going into his senior year of college, playing D1 basketball. And he's talking, and all of a sudden, like, I just don't hear anything. And I'm like, oh my gosh. That is a person that I'm going to have children with, and that is a person that I'm going to marry. And I knew it in that moment. Like, nothing could tell me otherwise.
What was it about him?
It was just a feeling. It was just this feeling. It's like this inner knowing. And I thought, I just know it's him.
Soon enough, they got so close that they basically skipped the whole dating phase and went straight to exchanging I love yous. Too soon? Probably, yeah. But were they feeling it? Definitely. They believed they were meant for each other, so the typical dating timeline didn't really matter to them. Love bombing? Maybe not, since they both set it back and genuinely felt the same. So yeah, it's safe to say neither of them freaked out.
No.
No. Why?
Because it was just meant to be. I saw this thing recently. I don't know who said this. I'll find out and let everyone know. But she said, when you meet the one, or when you meet someone that you're meant to be with, you skip the dating phase. So it's like we just went from like meeting each other to being like we're married kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Who said I love you first?
He said it first.
Did you say it back immediately?
Immediately.
And so it didn't freak you out at all? You didn't feel like it was like love bomby at all? You were just like, this is it.
This is it. I feel like that's like my inner self is like, I don't give a shit what anyone thinks. But he was like that person for us in our dynamic, you know, taught me a lot. I also think, you know, he's just very motivated. He's a very motivated person. And I was just so attracted to the fact that he was so free with himself. And I never met anyone like that. Actually, the only person that I know close to him is my brother. And I always said, oh my God, you and my brother need to meet because you guys are so much alike.
Well, things moved so fast that she got pregnant just 2 months into the relationship. Yep, things escalated that quickly. So far, it all seemed like rainbows and sunshine, a loving man who accepted her for who she was, never judged her, and was more than ready to welcome their child. Honestly, it was the kind of dreamy relationship most people dream of.
How soon into your relationship did you get pregnant?
Like 2 months. It was so quick. Oh, wow. It was so quick.
What was your reaction? What was Austin's reaction?
So it's interesting because the day before we found out, we were at a restaurant and his friend just had a baby. So he was showing me the newborn photos. And I was looking down and I was like, oh my gosh, like, would you want to start a family one day? He's like, yeah, I would love to have kids one day. He's like, you know, maybe in the future, you know, and he goes like, we'll start a family one day. And I was like, I know, like I feel it, you know, I feel a family for us. I just knew it. But I didn't know I was pregnant already.
How did you tell him?
He was right there in the room. He was in the room. He was sitting on his belly, you know, scrolling on his phone. And I thought, you know, I feel nauseous, you know, I feel kind of sick. And he thought, oh, maybe we should take a pregnancy test. And I'm thinking like, nothing's gonna happen. And I took the test. And immediately I stood up. I didn't even think about it. I just stood up, hey, and I threw the stick at him by like close to him on the bed. And he's looking at it, he's like, I'm like, yeah, I think we're pregnant. And it was the lines were very faint, so we couldn't tell for sure. But just his reaction, and just the way I slept so good that night. I didn't even think about it. I'm thinking we're good, no matter what.
The McBrooms on YouTube. Well, they were young and in love. Not long after their baby girl was born, they started their own YouTube channel and named it the Ace Family. A for Austin, C for Catherine, and E for Elle, their daughter. It was one of the first big family vlogging channels, and it took off in no time. People loved watching a happy couple share their everyday lives.
In college for that last year, I decided to move in with him. I was pregnant for that whole year. And he had a roommate, like someone that was kind of there just to help with that last year of college because he was playing, you know, D1 basketball and he was still going to school. And then, you know, I was pregnant. And so he was kind of just there to like keep tabs and make sure that everything was good. And he was the one that said, hey guys, like, you guys should really start a YouTube channel. And he's like, you know, your videos are going viral on Facebook and people are making money off of them. And I'm thinking like, what? Because we would make like cute little homemade videos, you know, of him talking to my belly or just us being funny and goofy or whatever. And he's like, people are taking your videos and monetizing your videos. Why don't you guys make your own videos? And I thought, can we do that? You can make money off your videos? I'm like, what? Like, that's so crazy. And at the time, you know, his dreams were to play in the NBA. And that summer, you know, he got with the wrong agent, and he did a couple tryouts, you know, one with the Lakers, one with the Knicks, and just it didn't work out. And we thought, what are we gonna do? Like, either you go play overseas, in Greece or something. We move we go as a family, but nothing is, you know, set in stone. Like, we don't know what that looks like. And so then that's when we were like, let's start YouTube.
Just like most family vloggers, they included Elle in their videos from the very beginning. She naturally became a regular part of their content. They had no problem putting their child in front of the camera, and honestly, it worked out pretty well for them. But like many other family vloggers, they also had to deal with controversy. There was constant chatter about how they might be exploiting their child for content.
Yeah, because I didn't film my birth with Elle. It was like, you know, we just private, you know, just, I mean, we filmed on our phone, you know, we weren't making a vlog. And I think like it just made sense because we're so hands-on with our child, and I was not going to get a nanny. I'm like, I'm going to raise my daughter, you know, I'm finally have my daughter here, you know, and I thought, well, we can make content with our daughter, you know, we can just naturally, organically share our journey. And you know why, Alex?
Why?
Because back in the day, it was really new. Like YouTube, it's been a thing for a while, but we were really like that, like, I hate to say the word, but I feel like we kind of pioneered that like family vlogging experience. You know what I mean? It's like we were the first to do it at that magnitude in that way. And it was like, it was like when this monster of like social media was starting, you know, sometimes I think back and I'm like, oh my God, am I part of that, this craziness that's going on now in the world, you know?
Because obviously, I'm sure you've seen it, but like there are people that accuse you and Austin of exploiting your kids. Like, what do you say to that?
Yeah, I just think that like when we first started, it was so pure. It was like pure intentions. It was like, obviously we want to make a living, you know, like anyone wants to make a living, you got to work. But it was more like we're just being present with our family, our daughter. And it's interesting because we would make these elaborate videos, and we found out very early on that people enjoyed our family vlogs, our simple family vlogs sitting on the floor. Those would get more views than our like big elaborated videos we would spend money on and doing. So it was just like, well, people just want to see us. They just relate to us. Maybe they see themselves in us.
Eventually, as they had 2 more children, Alea Marie McBroom and Steele McBroom, they also were a part of their vlogs. Eventually, they had their own bank accounts, giving them access to their share.
No, they have their separate bank account. I actually, very early on in my career, I think 2017, when Elle was about a year old, we got her a bank account, you know? Yeah, I think that those were the conversations and things we were having.
Yeah.
But in terms of like exploitation and stuff like that, never crossed our mind. You know, we're in the age of technology, and you know, it's like there's no right or wrong, I don't think. Like, I think that like if people choose to keep their certain private things away from social media, that's beautiful. And I think that if some people choose to do it the opposite way, I think that that's beautiful too. I think that everything's meant to be the way that it's meant to be.
From being tight on money to having babies in back-to-back years, YouTube quickly became their main source of income, especially since Austin was no longer focused on his potential NBA career.
So there was a period we were making 7 figures a month. To me, it was like I was numb to it. Truly, like it was just like it didn't make any sense. I was going through this phase in my life where I just felt so disattached. And now I look back and think, oh my God, I would have done so much with that. I would have invested, I would have bought my mom a house, my dad a house, I would have done this and that. And it's like, we just didn't have the right mentors. We didn't have the right tools, you know? We we had a lot of yes men around us, and we just made really bad business decisions along the way. Because, you know, like big reveals and stuff, like people want to watch those. That's a great clickbait.
In 2017, after Elle's birth, Austin proposed to Catherine, and no, fans had no idea they were already married. In fact, they didn't find out until years later, after the birth of their son, Steele McBroom. Austin and Catherine had secretly tied the knot at a courthouse, and many fans assumed the proposal was leading up to a wedding, not realizing it had already happened in private.
It's been less than 24 hours and we got another flight to catch. I gotta go wake this guy up so we can catch our flight. Damn. Slept with the lights on. Austin, wake up, bro. It's time to catch our flight. Damn, he slept with the ring on. Just really love his girl. Austin, wake up, man. Let's go, bro. Austin.
What?
Come on, man. We got our flight to catch.
Already?
Yeah, let's go.
What are you doing?
What do you mean?
Why are you filming?
Let's go, man. We got our flight. Let's go.
About a year before it happened, Catherine had shown Austin her favorite wedding ring, so he flew to New York to buy that exact ring and surprise her with it. Of course, she had no idea what was coming, although he wanted to propose to her as soon as possible. He didn't have enough money at the time to buy the ring she loved, so he waited, saved up, and finally got it, boxed and ready to pop the question, "Will you marry me?"
All I gotta say is I am beyond excited for what's about to happen. So about a year ago, and I remember this like it was yesterday, Catherine showed me a wedding ring that she was obsessed with. Catherine was into, well, still is into looking at these popular wedding rings on this IG page. I think it's called Forever Diamonds New York or something like that. And I remember this particular ring that she showed me that she was obsessed with. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you, there was no way that I was gonna be able to afford it at that moment. And of course, I knew that I could have got Catherine any type of ring. It could have been a $5 ring and she would have been just as happy. But my queen deserves more than just a $5 ring. And so what I did was I saved that exact ring that she was obsessed with. I hid it in the trash folder so she could never find it. But I told myself one day I'm gonna be able to get that ring for her. And in my head I'm thinking, just hold on a little longer, baby. Just hold on. I got you. And here we are today, a year later. And sorry guys, I'm emotional, but in a good way, I promise. And you guys don't understand, like, I would have married this woman the day that I met her, but I know what she deserves and I want to be able to give that to her. And for me, I've always wanted to be able to give her what she deserves. And I also wanted my princess to be a part of this special moment as well. And it's crazy because it's finally here. Sorry guys, I just love this woman to death. All right, Austin, that's enough crying. I don't think you guys understand. I'm going to be marrying the girl of my dreams, and I'm going to marry her in the way that I do in my dreams. It's funny because a lot of people always ask, Austin, when are you marrying her? People ask just about every day, and I can't blame them for it because we should already be married. And I think it doesn't bother us because it already feels like we're married. It felt like we were married from day one. And what I love about Catherine is she's never ever put pressure on me to propose, even though I know she wants me to.
The way Austin teared just by the thought of Catherine made everyone's heart melt and only asked more Austins in the world. Well, it certainly seemed like he was the one for her. Who would have thought the man she fell for would become someone she'd barely recognize a decade later? Austin told her she'd get something for her birthday. Little did she know that she was about to get engaged.
I don't understand how hard it's been to keep this from her. Of course, she knows I'm leaving, even though I'm only gonna be gone for 24 hours. But she doesn't know what I'm leaving for. I told her just chill, I have a surprise coming for your birthday. And it's crazy because she always says that she's never had a birthday that she remembers. She never does anything for her birthdays. I'm always asking her, like, you want to do this? You want to go there? And she's always like, no, like, I'm okay, like, I don't need anything. So the plan is to make this year's birthday something special, one that she'll remember forever. For those who haven't put two and two together, yes, I will be proposing to her on her birthday, August 24th. So Ace family, are you guys ready to come with me on my trip and see what wedding ring I got from my queen? And all I gotta say is make sure y'all watch all the way to the end. I haven't been able to sleep for the past several nights, and obviously there was no way I was gonna be able to sleep tonight. I love you, baby. gonna miss you, okay? Right now, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm nervous but at the same time excited because I'm hoping this ring meets my expectations. All right, guys, we're walking up. Here we are. All right, Ace family, we're here. We're finally here. It's so crazy. This is really happening. Like, this is really happening. Picking up Catherine's dream ring right now. Like, this is a dream come true. And I'm here at the place that made the dream happen. So, shall we go inside and see? All right, Ace family, I am now here at the jeweler shop, and I have to introduce you to the magician who made this lovely masterpiece for Catherine and I. Y'all ready to see it? All right, Ace family, here is the magician himself.
I had the pleasure of meeting Austin over the internet. I was asked to make Catherine the most beautiful ring I could.
You guys are making me nervous. Can I look? Oh gosh, here we go. Oh my god. This is beautiful. Wow. And you created this?
Yes.
Can I touch it?
Yes.
I can just pick it up?
Mm-hmm.
So nice. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I put it on my pinky. This is beyond beautiful. Like, this is way better than I imagined. Wow. Just zoom in on that real quick. Yeah. Wow. Oh my gosh. We did it! Give me a hug, man. Give me a hug. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Everybody gets a hug. Let's go. Everybody gets a hug. Come here. Give me a hug. Yes, yes, yes.
Hug mama.
Oh my gosh. You guys made my dream come true, as well as Catherine's dream. I can't thank you guys enough. This is amazing. Wow. The red box with the light? Wow. Amazing. Just amazing.
After he came back home, he immediately decided to hide her ring and get ready for the big day of his life.
And now I'm back. Oh. I have to hide this before she wakes up. Now I'm just gonna hide it in one of my jacket pockets. She never looks to my clothes, so she'll never find it. Let's do this one. Alright, perfect. So Catherine is currently asleep, and it's...
Although they only had a small, private wedding ceremony, the proposal was anything but ordinary. Austin had to face one of his biggest phobias for it to happen.
Bebe, wake up. Happy birthday, Bebe.
What the hell? Why is it so heavy?
I know it's early. Yes, your favorite.
Wow, I'm so tired. To my wife, when I met you, my life changed in ways I couldn't have imagined. You've given me so much, and the best thing is all your love. It has made me a new man, a better man, and a man who I'm grateful to be deeply in love with.
You got chocolates for the rest of your life? All right, baby, you want to start getting ready?
Yeah.
All right, I got to get ready too. Come on. All right, come on. This is going to be your first surprise. Okay?
Without seeing.
You ready to take your blindfold off? Huh? Are you ready? This is your first surprise, okay? All right, go ahead.
Shut the hell up.
Yes.
Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up.
Yes.
You're doing it too? Stop. Stop.
Yes.
Stop.
Yes.
Stop.
You would never think in a million years I would do this, huh?
No.
But I have to. Today's your birthday. I have to do it. That would be crazy.
You're gonna do this?
Yes. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Austin planned to go skydiving with Catherine, despite his fear of heights, and that was the first big surprise he had lined up for her.
Austin is so afraid of heights. We've talked about skydiving in the past, and he's like, I would never do that. And I'm in shock because I really thought that he would, I never thought that he would do this in a million years. This is so crazy.
This is insane. I can't believe this is going down right now. Like, she knows I would never hop out of a plane. I can't even go on roller coasters, but for her, I'll do anything. You know what the crazy thing is? Is that she was blown away by the first surprise. So just wait until I propose. She might faint. I'm scared what she's gonna do.
I'm nervous for you. Are you gonna jump out first or am I?
I don't know yet.
You're gonna have to go first. You're the one that wants to do this. No wonder you want me to wear shoes with laces on them.
It's about to get real quick.
You said you would never do this.
You're right. I said I never would.
You said this like 2 years ago. You're like, I would never jump off the plane.
But today's a different day. Today is a different day.
Today's my birthday, actually.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you. So, I guess this is my birthday surprise. But he said there's another surprise. I don't know what.
Yeah, well, sounds like a fun birthday there. But first we're going to sit on the floor of the plane and have our feet hanging out.
His plan was to give her the big surprise after she landed, to propose with the ring she had always dreamed of.
I think this one's for you.
There you go.
Look, baby. This is your ring, okay? Daddy's making a promise to you, okay? That Daddy will be here for you no matter what. Every day from here on out. As long as you're on this earth, Daddy will be here for you, okay? Daddy's gonna be the best father he can possibly be for you, okay? Can I put on your finger? Let me put on the right side, so we'll leave the other hand for a potential boy someday in the future.
Long time from now.
Wow, it fits perfect. Daddy did a great job. Look at that. Wow.
Beautiful. Say, give Daddy a kiss. Say thank you.
Baby. I love you, okay? You wanna get us one to Mommy? Get us one to Mommy. So it's trash. Don't cry, baby. Just know that ever since I met you, I've been wanting to do this. The day that I met you, you're gonna make me cry. It's crazy because I thought of all the things to say in the world, and I would probably be on one knee for the rest of my life if I can express the love I have for you. I just want you to know that I love you more than life itself, and I'm gonna continue to love you more than life itself. And I promise you that I will be the best husband and the best father that I will try to ever be. I love you, baby. I love you. Catherine Johnson Paiz, will you marry me?
Yes. You're crazy. You're so crazy. Sorry.
Hopefully it fits.
What?
Oh,
my
wow,
gosh.
that's perfect. That couldn't be any more perfect right there.
Oh, what the hell? What the hell? Oh my gosh.
How'd I do?
This is mine?
And here comes the final surprise.
He's genuinely surprising me. He's genuinely proposing to me. Like, it was like, wow, like this is so crazy that we can capture such a big milestone, big moment, and we can actually look back on it too, like it's filmed. But then also having so many eyes on you. I didn't know back in the day, now I know, but I didn't know that I was not protecting myself. But the moment that I realized where I don't know if this is real or not real, I don't know. That must have happened genuinely. There was like a big moment for me.
Another surprise? Another one?
Up this morning, I had no idea that I was going to be jumping off of a plane, okay? Especially not jumping off of a plane and getting proposed to. Like, that was literally the craziest experience of my life. And it's so surreal. I have no words. Like, I don't even know what to feel. I don't know, like I have so many emotions going on right now, and all I have to say is Austin really planned this really well.
Guys, I just woke up and this still seems so surreal. Oh my gosh. This is so beautiful. Wow.
After the proposal, they eventually planned to have their second baby, and this would be Aaliyah Marie McBroom.
And then again, we have another girl
That makes 3 girls
That
plus
would be
Catherine.
so
4
much
girls?
fun.
4 girls in the house with 1 guy?
That would be so much fun. I would be so happy that day.
We're done after that. We're done.
They didn't just upload family vlogs, they also worked on music videos, which became really popular with viewers. According to the comments, seeing how deeply they were in love made the videos even more special. Before we show you the music video, let's take a look at some heartfelt comments from their fans. Well, you're going to have to remember these because it's about to hit a plot twist.
Baby, I got things that I wanna say.
Talk to me, girl, tell me.
Tell me just what you really think.
Girl, tell me you love me.
From having a baby, getting engaged, to meeting Catherine's father for the first time, things were going just as they wanted it to be. Their YouTube family was growing, and they soon hit 1 million subscribers.
Of course I can't see. I have this freaking lettering on my head.
All right, guys, we gotta hurry home. Oh no, it's going here, baby.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Woo!
Baby, we gotta get home.
We have to get to L.
Hurry!
Everybody get out my way! If anyone's wondering why we didn't bring the Jeep, just know that was a stupid idea on our part. Everybody! Family members!
1 million family members. Let's go! Let's go, baby! Come on, baby. Look. Let's go. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. We're almost there. We're almost there. Tell them, baby. Tell them how much you love them. Tell them. Come on, we can do it.
All of our friends!
Let's go. Come on.
Alright, this is too much for me. Oh my god, this is too much. This is too much.
Here it goes. It's got it.
The more people they got, the more exposed they became, because in less than 5 months they gained another 1 million subscribers, hitting their second milestone in less than 5 months.
Oh, baby. Get up, baby. We gotta get up. We're about to hit 2 million Ace family members. Let's get ready. Let's consider our turn up right now with you guys watching it. Countdown. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. We did it. We did it.
And just about 2 months later, they hit yet another 1 million, making it 3 million subscribers in a single year. They later hit 18 million subscribers in about 2.5 years. Well, even though they were pulling big numbers on almost every social media platform, the controversies seemed to catch up to them even faster.
It's close, baby. It's close. Like, why is it moving so fast? All right, you guys, get ready. Get ready.
Oh, get ready.
Get ready, baby. Here we go.
Wow, this is crazy. 3 million
Here we go.
people. 3 million.
Here we go, guys. Oh, it's getting real. All right.
Less than 20 people away.
It's getting real. It is getting real.
Oh my gosh, it's getting
Here it goes. Here it goes.
Oh my god.
We did it. We hit it. 3 million Ace family members. We got Ace family outside. Yo, you guys got us balloons. We love you. And you have that Ace hat on. Oh my gosh, we love you guys. Well, guess what? We got a treat for you guys as well. Stay right there. Do not move.
Also, during the same time, Landon McBroom, Austin's brother, started a channel with his wife, Shayla Walker, naming the channel after themselves. This is L&S. Shayla was fairly popular on Instagram and Tumblr, so it was easy for them to start a channel on YouTube and to create a fan base eventually. Given Austin was also quite popular at that time, This mess gained traction in no time. Later in 2019, they welcomed their first baby, Soline Amour, and everything seemed to be going perfectly, or at least that's the image they put on for the camera. Their content was similar to the Ace family's: family vlogs, funny pranks, and lighthearted family moments.
It's scary, like I don't want to do this. You're one of the few people in this world that are like not weak and can get through anything. You are. You're about to do something that a lot of people can't handle as well as you're handling it at 22 years old. I have complete faith in you.
Quick. You're doing good? You're doing good, baby. You're doing good, baby. You're fine. You're doing good. You're doing good, baby. You're doing good, baby.
How much you think she weighs?
So, as viewers, Landon and Shayla seemed to have that perfect relationship, just like Austin and Catherine, but who knew their romance was more action and cut than real life, and completely different off-screen. Hang tight, because the McBroom brothers were just as popular in the headlines as they were on YouTube. The start of End McBroom's era. When things seemed to be going just fine for the McBrooms, their slander era arrived right alongside their success. It all started with Austin McBroom and his racist allegations. Allegedly, some of his old tweets about black women resurfaced online, sparking widespread backlash against him. And if you're wondering what those tweets were, well, here they are. The first one reads, "If you like 'em nice, ratchet, black, with the cheeks, without morals, the city of St. Louis is for you." Well, he didn't stop there. The following tweets read, "Can't do black girls, 'cause after I'm done, I'ma have to pay for their hair. Hashtag all bad. Michigan black chicks make California chicks look like beauty queens. St. Louis is scaring me away from black girls. Blondes with blue eyes are looking more appealing." Yes, that's how awful his tweets were, despite the fact that his mother is black, making him half black himself. Did he think that somehow gave him the liberty to shame women like that? Or was he just being plain old racist? Mind you, he was 20 years old when he made those comments. Well, apparently he wasn't just being racist. The fame also seemed to make him act pretty haughty on Twitter, not realizing it could get him canceled in no time. He wasn't just rude online, seemingly. He didn't give a damn about people offline either. It was just another blow to a name that had already taken plenty of hits. Take a look at this video.
Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Austin! Oh my god! Ow! Austin! What are you thinking? Ow! You see that? What is he thinking?
Go down!
Oh, what are you, what's going through your head? Oh my god, I can't.
Hey, Ace family! What's going on, everybody?
Yeah, you see my whip, you know it's foreign, I'm so foreign. Then you see my girl, you know she foreign, I'm in Lauren. You been wearing Tommy, got that foreign, you so boring. I've been up and working, that is foreign, I'm so foreign. Yeah, you know my whip, you know it's foreign, I'm so foreign. I've been up and working, that is foreign, I've been up and working to the morning, yeah. They been sleeping now, I swear they snoring, yeah. And I swear I'm cooking like I'm foreman. And my foreman jumping like it's Jordan out my way. Vroom, vroom, tell him out my lane, I've been praying. Yeah, gotta say this thing, I'm the same. I don't need another person. person telling me I can't. Lately I've been going, moving right past all these lanes. I just sat and waited patiently, yeah. I just gave them what they came to see, yeah. I've been moving with a mission now. Why they all just wander around so aimlessly, yeah. Yeah, you see my whip, you know it's foreign, I'm so foreign. Then you see my girl, you know she foreign, I'm in Lauren. You been wearing Tommy, got that foreign, you so boring. I've been up and working, that is foreign, I'm so foreign. Yeah, you know my whip, you know it's foreign, I'm so foreign.
Yeah, it might have seemed like it was fun. Austin bought a jet ski for his new house, but unfortunately, it didn't work out so well for his neighbors. The jet skiing in his pool caused the mud to slide, sending water straight into his neighbor's property. The neighbor owned an agricultural plot with grapevines, a vineyard that ended up ruined, with most of the harvest damaged. Later, the owner's nephew exposed Austin on Twitter, and apparently this wasn't even the first time it had happened before. The issue had been raised, and Austin kept doing it anyway. Well, he messed around and found out. Not even his fans could escape catching some fallout from Austin's behavior, apparently. I mean, what else would you call it? But social media users never fail to cancel or entertain us. In response to one of Austin's tweets, an influencer fired back, bringing his high and mighty fame straight down to the trenches. And that wasn't all. After all the back and forth burns, Austin tweeted this and later apologized on Snapchat. While Austin was getting roasted hard on Twitter, Catherine also caught some heat for what he said. So here's how she responded. Catherine also defended Austin subtly to help tame the backlash. Even when fans were asking for new videos or checking in on their well-being as content creators, he could have simply told them he'd upload soon, but instead he seemed to give fans one reason after another to just straight up cancel him. Forget racism and disrespect. Next up, Austin scamming his subscribers. To make things worse, he even admitted to it on camera. They had multiple businesses like selling Ace Family hats. We'll soon get into their course sales, but now it's about their club, the Ace Club, where members could get a glimpse into their private life. The club supposedly gave fans extra content, giveaways, and VIP access to the Ace family. The initial subscription was just 99 cents when they charged $20 a month. Yeah, probably more than some of y'all's gym memberships, but hey, you're getting exclusive content from the Ace family. Who wouldn't say no to that? They promoted their website and got the fans to get the subscription and more. However, the website constantly kept crashing and some of the users' accounts even got deleted. None of them were informed and no one addressed the raised complaints for so long. During his live stream, Austin explained that the Ace family partnered with some people to build and manage the Ace Club website, but those partners ended up scamming them, and unfortunately that scam ended up scamming the fans too. The site was poorly built, it kept glitching, and the promised content was basically nowhere to be found. Giveaways never happened, weekly videos were few and far between, and fans kept paying month after month without getting what they signed up for. They launched their app and website, posted about it once, and then never gave users any updates. Yet buyers were still being charged. People couldn't cancel their subscriptions because the app interface wouldn't let them, and if you're wondering, no one ever got their refunds. Well, they did get an apology video, so I guess that's supposed to make up for it. Both the Ace VIP app and the club turned out to be two different scams by the McBrooms. Next up, we have an even more serious issue. SA allegations on Austin McBroom. A makeup artist, Cole Kerrigan, posted a video on YouTube sharing his friend's story on their behalf and that this friend had been SA'd by Austin McBroom in Miami on a yacht. It wasn't allegedly one, but the issue also included another unidentified woman. Kerrigan pulled all the receipts and spilled the tea to everyone online.
A lot of you guys are probably thinking, what does Cole Kerrigan have to do with the Ace family? Why is he inserting himself in something that has nothing to do with him? He should just become a drama channel at this point. Whenever it involves people that I love, I don't care who you are. I will speak what I want to speak, and if I have facts to speak, it will be said, point blank period. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're the Ace family. Before I get into the specific incident that happened with my friends, I'm just gonna do a little backtrack rerun really quick. Obviously, living in LA and being in the scene, you see a lot of things behind closed doors that you don't see on camera. It was kind of weird that Catherine wasn't at Austin's birthday party. I thought it was weird that I saw him out at clubs multiple times without Catherine. That's none of my business, whatever. Not that big of a deal. So a few months ago, June 22nd to be exact, I was still living in the Team 10 house and I got a call from one of my good friends. She was hysterically crying. I've never heard anyone feel so distraught in my life. I was so scared, and she began to explain to me that she was in Miami with Austin McBroom and a bunch of other people, including his assistant, his dad, security guards, other girls.
Austin wasn't with Catherine at the yacht party, and of course, everyone was drunk. Up until then, people mostly thought the Ace family was perfect. Scams aside, no one ever really connected them with anything sexual. But Austin McBroom proved everyone wrong. Make sure to pause the video at the right moments to read those texts. You're gonna see a lot more of them.
Going around of Austin and Catherine working in a restaurant or whatever, I saw a lot of people's reactions and how upset people were because they thought that they were some perfect, happy family. I thought this whole time that everybody knew that it was bullshit and a lie. That's why I kind of just stayed in my own lane and kept quiet about this whole situation. But once I saw people coming forward after my tweet and DMing me about their personal experience with Austin, I knew that this probably has happened more than once, and if no one comes forward about it, it will happen again. So obviously my tweet got a lot of attention, and someone from Austin McBroom's team actually texted my friend that this happened to. I'll put the screenshot right here. Basically saying that we should be careful and shouldn't go any farther than what we're already doing to avoid legal action. And I proceeded to tell her, they're just trying to scare you. I just went through this exact same thing, so I'm not scared. I also didn't sign an NDA, and I also don't tolerate the shit that has happened to my friend. So with that being said, I told her to ignore that message because what needs to be said is going to be said regardless, and if I need to say it, I'll do it because I didn't sign an NDA, come arrest me. So after that tweet,
Kerrigan didn't sign an NDA, so legally he could bring the story out of the shadows, and that's exactly what he did. He asked a friend to help gather all the receipts to show everyone what Austin was doing behind closed doors. He also reached out to a guy named Keem to make sure the story got out. But Keem claimed the McBrooms paid him $500K to keep quiet. Yep, $500,000 hush money, but the bigger plot twist is still coming.
Keemstar, aka Drama Alert, reached out to me through DM saying to give him a call whenever I could. So I called him and he basically asked me what was going on, what happened, why I tweeted that, and the story behind it. I basically gave him a small rundown of what happened, and he proceeded to ask me if he could reach out to my friend that it happened to and get her to speak so he could put a video together. He was asking me all sorts of questions, so I knew that he was already recording me to probably add to his video. So after we hung up, I talked to her and I just told her really how much she would be helping other girls, and not only herself and getting justice for herself, but helping other people in the future from this happening. I kind of convinced her to talk to him. Whenever I did, he kind of went ghost, and at this point I just thought that maybe he had gotten everything that he needed, so in the morning everything would be cleared and the truth would be out and we wouldn't have to deal with this anymore. So we kind of just stayed low because we saw a bunch of tweets about people already knowing that he was uploading a video the next day about the situation, so we kind of were just like not worried, and we were just gonna kind of let it unfold that way so we didn't have to insert ourselves where it wasn't needed. The next day came and he didn't tweet anything, he didn't upload anything, so I texted him saying, how much did they pay you to keep quiet? And he responded with this, and I was completely shocked. I immediately called my friend and told her that he was paid off $500,000 to keep quiet about the situation.
Kerrigan says an NDA doesn't matter when a serious crime like SA is involved, especially when it's not just one woman, but multiple women who are afraid to come forward about what happened behind closed doors. On one side, Kerrigan was exposing Austin. On the other, Austin kept repeatedly denying every SA allegation made against him.
And that I needed to come forward. Obviously, she was really hesitant about this because that would lead to more information about her being put out there. If she didn't want to do this, she didn't have to, and I wanted to make her feel as comfortable as possible, but she agreed that the truth needed to come out, and if this happened before, Austin will do it again. Side note, the reason why I am filming this for my friends is because just like every other girl that this has happened to, they're afraid to come forward, and I would be too if I was a victim in this type of situation. It can be really scary dealing with somebody with such power, and I think that's the main reason why a lot of people haven't come forward, because they're afraid of not being heard or getting shut down or even getting a lawsuit in the mail, because that's the type of person that Austin is, and if you signed an illegal NDA, that's definitely something that he would pursue in. But from my personal experience with Team 10 and NDAs and contracts and getting sued, when it comes to a crime like a rape, NDAs don't f***ing matter. But I'm respecting my friend's wishes because she is too ashamed and embarrassed that she doesn't want to show her face and admit that on camera to millions of people to see. And that's why I'm here to do that for her, because there is no way that I can move on knowing that this is happening behind closed doors with a father of two. It's just, it blows my mind. With that being said, I'm just not going to hold back at all. My friend sent me every screenshot and receipt that I need. It's in your hands to decide what you want to do with that.
We'll get into the screenshots and tweets from everyone involved shortly, but the story gets even darker because it wasn't just one McBroom, it was two. Austin and Alan McBroom. Yes, both the son and the dad were at the Miami yacht party, allegedly caught up in a major sexual scandal. When Kerrigan's friends went back to their room to get changed, Austin and his dad followed them in.
Back and forth with Austin about their trip to Miami and what girls that she should bring with her for him. I'm going to put up the screenshots right here of her sending pictures of the girl to Austin and him replying with that. Here's another one. Here is another one. So after the girls were approved, I guess, after he swiped right and left like this is Tinder, here is the next message of them talking about the address and if she had packed, yada yada yada, talking about the private jet. So now I'm going to also insert a screenshot between my friend and Austin's assistant of her saying that they are here and a link for the yacht that they were on. And then here's also a screenshot of the link that was sent so you guys know it was for a yacht. Okay, so now fast forward 2 days later, June 22nd, when they are on the yacht, whatever, everybody's drinking, having a good time. I'm also gonna insert a picture right here of Austin and his dad together at Live the night before this happened, so you guys have proof that the dad was there on the trip. After they all had been drinking, my two friends went back to their room to go change because the sun was setting, and that's when Austin, the security guard, the father, and two other guys came into their room. Obviously,
they allegedly barged into the room and forced themselves on his friends.
Things that went down in the room, but my friend told me that she repeatedly said no multiple times, over and over and over, to the point where she started crying, begging them to stop. That's when they forced themselves her, and I will insert the photos of the blood all over the bed sheets in the hotel room right here on the exact same date, June 22nd. Now, after this had happened to them, obviously they're traumatized, so they hide out in their room for hours. This screenshot is going to be one of Austin McBroom's friends texting them 3 times within a 3-hour period on June 22nd, right after they raped her, saying, "What up?" Then they didn't reply because they're obviously traumatized. And then 2 more texts saying, "Did you die? Are you dead?" I'm also going to insert this screenshot right here of my friend texting her ex-boyfriend that lived in Miami, saying that they were in a bad situation and needed help because her friend got her friend being the other girl that they were with, aka my friend. So obviously,
Since the friend was too scared to come forward publicly, Kerrigan put her on a call so she could share what happened without revealing her identity.
wasn't there, and I know how you guys can be on the internet with every little detail. I'm literally just gonna call my friend because, like I said, she did not want to be seen or come forward in anything. So I'm literally gonna call her right now so she can give you guys in more depth and detail of what happened that day.
So on June 22nd, we woke up and we started getting ready for the boat and jet skis that day. We went on the jet skis for a little and then we ended up going on the boat and drinking a lot. So after the boat, we docked up back at the rental house that we were all staying at, and then everyone went in their rooms to shower and change. So that's what me and my friend did. We went into our room, and mind you, me and my friend are pretty drunk, not to the point where we can't remember anything, but so we start taking our bathing suits off, and we turn the shower on, and we're both naked. And all of a sudden, I hear the door open, and it's Austin McBroom. And he's just like, "Oh, hey, like, what are you guys doing?" You know, like, just being really flirty. And then he, like, comes and starts, like, rubbing on my arm, and then just talking to us. And then, before I know it, one of his, like, basketball player friends comes in the room, too, and is, like, trying to do the same thing, touching us. As we're naked, we're literally naked, and, you know, we're not, like, pushing them off, because we're so drunk, we're really not even capable of, like, pushing them off of us. But the next thing I remember is, unfortunately, being on the bed, and his NBA player friend was having sex with me. I don't ever remember giving him consent to. The next thing I remember is looking up, and Austin's dad, Alan, is there, and I am seeing him unbuckle his pants, pull down his pants, and pull out his in front of my face, basically wanting me to suck his face. I remember that I did not, because Austin's security guard ended up walking in after the dad walked in, and at that point, I remember just getting up from the bed and walking into the bathroom to see what was up to. And all of a sudden, I hear her yelling no and screaming and crying. And all of the guys start rushing out of the room because my friend is literally hysterical, crying, sobbing, and she's just sitting in the shower. And then after that, we just got in bed and we were just crying for the rest of the night. We didn't come out of our room for hours. We were disgusted, ashamed. Like, we were in the dark the rest of the night. We couldn't even get up. So when I finally got up to turn on the lights, I realized that there was blood all over the bed. And neither of us had our periods, so we knew it wasn't from that. It was because they forced it into my friend.
I remember when she was in the shower, because that's when she's called me hysterically crying and explained to me what happened with.
So after that, we just did not come out of our rooms for the rest of the night, not even the next morning until we had our flights booked by his assistant again. And we packed our bags. We said goodbye to all of them. It was the awkwardest experience I've ever had, because they know what happened the night prior was wrong. So it was just a really awkward goodbye, and then we just rushed out and we left.
Alright, well, I love you. I'll call you after I'm done filming this, but thank you for explaining to me what happened again. I'll talk to you later. Okay, so
When Kerrigan posted the video, it went viral instantly, and the McBrooms were suddenly in everyone's chokehold.
literally have the point of view from somebody who was actually there. That is enough proof, and I really don't need to provide anything else for you to see that Austin, his dad, his whole security team are pieces of shit. And these are not people that should be given all this crazy amount of success. I can't live with knowing that this type of person who's doing these things to people is just like winning at life, literally having everything just handed to them, money, fame, da-da-da-da. But I'm just gonna leave that at that because that's a whole nother conversation. I hate knowing that something this serious could put an end to the Ace family or such a loved group of people. Like, I don't want to be that person, and that's not what I'm here to do. I don't want to split up a family. I don't want to end relationships, because I've been getting a lot of messages like that. Oh, why don't you stay quiet? Why are you trying to ruin or end this family? It's not about that. Like, that's the last thing I want to do is rip someone's family apart or anything. But whenever something this serious happens and it's to my friend and multiple other people are coming forward about other experiences, it's just not something that I as a person can stay quiet on. It's just against my morals, and it's something I absolutely won't do. So that's why I am here making this video for them, so they don't have to, I guess, humiliate themselves in their eyes on camera in front of thousands of people. Like, I have been judged by the world so many times that at this point I really don't give a f. This is literally just to bring awareness to people who are in a similar situation, that it's okay and it happens and you're not alone. So I hope you guys take something from this, that not everything is what it seems to be online. A lot of dark, scary goes on behind closed doors, especially in LA. But I'm gonna stop inserting my opinion because this was a factual video only. So I'm just gonna shut it and leave it at that. I don't really know how to end.
While this was happening, Austin simply showed up on Twitter and wrote, "If you have not heard, I have recently been a victim of extortion, defamation, and slander. I knew this was a cold world, but never did I foresee something this disturbing upon me." He also added, "Thank you to all of my Ace family members for all of your concerns, and thank you to those who know my character and my heart. I don't wish this upon anyone, and I can only hope that those responsible for this learn from their mistakes and become better people. My family and I are dealing with this matter privately and taking legal action. Bullying, extortion, slander, and defamation of character is something I will not stand for, and I can promise that justice will be served." McBroom tweeted and attached screenshots from Leslie Hannibel's conversation with Kerrigan. However, the story takes a different turn when Hannibel, who claims to be the second individual in the Miami yacht room, said that McBroom was not to blame and that he did not rape me or anyone. To make things even worse, she added yet another statement that almost defied everything Kerrigan has claimed about whatever alleged so far. I feel like this video was made for the wrong reasons, and this wasn't Cole's story to tell. Cole even texted me saying we could potentially get $100,000 from this, following the claim that Drama Alert was paid off $500K, she alleged in the screenshots shared by McBroom. I wasn't aware Amanda or Cole were in contact with Drama Alert to anonymously run our story. Kerrigan also claimed that blogger Keem was paid $500,000 in hush money, but according to Keem's tweet, that wasn't true. In fact, almost everything Kerrigan had gathered to expose Austin was said to be completely false by the people involved. Keem addressed Kerrigan's claim in a tweet, writing, "Dude asked me how much did the Ace family paid to not make the vid. I said $500K sarcastically. Now he said making an expose vid. Truth is, the woman I planned on interviewing went MIA. Thought it was rude he would assume that I would sell out my multiple $1 million brand." Well, the fans didn't seem to buy any of the claims made by Keem or the McBrooms because the whole thing felt a little too staged. After all, it's hard to believe Kerrigan could have just made up an entire story from scratch, despite their claims that he did it all for a fat payout. Later, Austin tweeted this about how he's taking legal action against whoever caused potential defamation and more on his name. "I would like to start off by saying that me and my family are taking this situation very seriously on the allegations that have been brought upon me. Like I mentioned already, we are taking legal action to handle this matter of extortion. We have sought out the top legal advice and have fired a former senior prosecutor who is an ex-deputy district attorney will now be handling everything from here on out regarding this matter. We are confident that Mr. will seek the truth in this matter and hold those accountable for their extortion. Unfortunately, none of the allegations against McBroom has been verified or proven. Even if Austin was never charged legally, fans could tell something was off and they made sure to show it in his comments. All of that went down in 2019 with no proof or legal action ever taken against the McBrooms. But in a recent interview with Catherine Paiz, the truth finally came to light. She confirmed that the orgy party on the Miami yacht did in fact happen. To make things worse, she was pregnant at the time. Yes, Austin had the audacity to cheat on his wife while being a father of 2, well 3 if you count the one on the way, deny every allegation like it was nothing, pay big money to keep people quiet, and still maintain that perfect family image untouched.
There was this one moment. I had just had my daughter, my second daughter. She was about 6 months old or something. And he was like, hey, I have to go to Miami for a meeting and I go, please. And I'm the type of partner where I love for my partner to feel free. Like, I trust you. Go, you want to go on a trip, you want to go on a boys trip, whatever you want to do, go. Like, that's just my personality. Now I look back, I'm thinking like I should change some things up a little bit and care a little bit more.
Right.
But at the time I just had a baby, I was tired, I was filming every day, I had another baby, taking care, changing diapers, breastfeeding. I breastfed all my kids 5 years straight. Wow. So super exhausted, super tired, and so he said, I want to go to Miami. And I said, you go on your trip. And I remember calling my mom and my mom saying, I would never let my husband leave when my baby's just a couple months old. Like, I don't know, you're different. And I'm thinking, oh, well, I don't know. I was like, I think he deserves it. He's been working so hard. He edits, people don't realize he edited every single video on our channel. We didn't have an editor. So I thought, he deserves to go out. Like, it's okay. He wants to go on a business trip, whatever. I remember that business trip like it was yesterday, that business trip. He called me quite a few times where I felt like, you're calling me a little too much. Like, I was just like, I don't know, like, it's okay, go have fun, know? And he pocket dialed me accidentally. And I heard women in the back. There were a couple women, and I thought, okay, well, I guess my husband's hanging out with women. Yeah. I'm thinking, whatever, hung up the phone, continued with my day. A couple of months go by, and this blonde male makeup artist makes this video on YouTube talking about my husband and how he was in Miami, and there was this group of people, and there was all these girls, and there was this boat, and all these. And to be honest with you, till this day, I never watched the video, but I have gotten that information from some good friends who watched it for me and were able to process it for me and help me process it. And I was pregnant in that moment, and I had to listen to that. And nobody knew I was pregnant. I was having my son, and I remember bawling and thinking, is this true? And even if it's not true, why are people saying this? This is so detailed and and I believed, I didn't believe the horrors, but it was am I just being stupid right now? Am I just really not sitting with this? Or do I vindicate him? Do I vindicate our family? And that's what I did. And I think back at my old self, and I think, poor girl, I wish I could hug her today. She was just going through so much, and she, the old version of myself just wanted to protect that little piece we had in the family, And I would see it in his eyes, and I'm thinking I don't know, something's not right, but I'm gonna have a baby and I have to focus on the baby right now. So I wasn't sure, right? And that was a big moment for me because there was some things that were being said that it just made a lot of sense. It was all adding up.
Although Catherine didn't react much at the time, she did confront him about the rumors she'd heard regarding his Miami trip.
Yeah, I did, but not in a way where I was it was more how do we fix this? Because this is not true. And he's like, yeah, that's not true. that's, you know, whatever, this guy, and he's making things up, and oh my God, he's trying to extort me, and this and that. And, you know, some of those things were true, some of them weren't. And I thought, how do we fix it? And I was just lying to myself.
Yeah.
I knew deep inside something didn't feel right.
Yeah.
But then a couple months later, I was, we were filming this thing called Vlogmas on YouTube. People film every day for the month of December. And we had done it, you know, it was like a common
I remember.
We would do every winter. And this was in December. And I was, you know, at that point, I was like about 3 months pregnant with my son.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know I was having a boy yet. So I just, you know, I was pregnant. I wore baggy shirts and like, you know, like I'd wear bigger shirts because I didn't want anyone to know yet. I wanted to keep it to myself, especially because there was all this like negativity going around about him.
Yep.
So I'm like, I'm just going to keep this to myself. And then there was this moment that changed everything for me. I had a dream. I have a lot of dreams. Yeah. Very symbolic. I'm sure you do too.
Yeah.
I had a dream where I was walking into my bedroom, the bedroom I was sleeping in. We had this massive, long, 10-foot bed. I'm walking into the room, and he's sitting in the bed, and there's a woman with this beautiful blonde hair, and I just see the back of her, and she turns around, and she's this demon. And I woke up from that nightmare, and I was crying. I was like, oh my God, that was the worst nightmare I've ever had. Like, there was a demon on my bed. And the whole day felt eerie. It was so eerie. It was so weird, and I didn't tell anybody, and I was just like, that's so weird. Couple of hours later, we start filming. And we go to this studio to get my daughter's first haircut. She was a year old, she's getting her first haircut. And he, you know, our assistant, who was Austin's friend from back in the day, was there. It was Austin and myself and our daughter. And when we walked in, you know, there's some fans, and they were like, can we take a picture? And I'm like, yeah, like, let's finish filming, you doing this, and we'll take the photo. So they're all waiting there. And, you know, everyone in the salon knows who we are and stuff. So it was just, you know, a regular moment. Yeah. We're there filming. He's filming our daughter's first haircut. And I'm kind of like, I'm taking photos for myself for my phone, you know, like, oh my gosh, like taking the photo. And then like a movie, my phone dies. It just goes black. And I look at him without a thought, and I go, give me your phone. Let me take a photo. Because, you know, we're going to miss the moment. She's getting her first haircut. As soon as my hand grabs that phone, mind you, I had never looked in his phone. Ever. Never. I grabbed the phone, and it felt kind of weird because I'm like holding his phone, right? It just felt odd because I knew maybe things he was hiding. I didn't want to look.
Yep.
As soon as I grabbed the phone, like out of a movie, this long text comes through. If you really love your wife, you wouldn't be da-da-da-da-da. And I like, my brain scanned it, but I wasn't able to read it fully. But in that moment, my heart drops. I'm pregnant. There's people watching us. The camera's on. It felt like, it just felt surreal. The assistant notices, looks at him. He grabs the phone from me and instantly deletes the message. And I thought, oh my gosh, it's true.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I was calm, very calm. And we paid and we finished. I wasn't in my body anymore. I wasn't on earth anymore. We walk out of the store or the salon, and I said, Austin, who was that? And he's like, it's nobody, it's nothing. Please tell me who that was. I saw the text. And I kept replaying what I could have done. Should I ran to the bathroom? Like, should I I'm like, what should I have done?
Right, like tackle him and read it.
No, I was like, I didn't get to fully read it.
But you saw enough that it said, if you really love me, you'll leave your wife. It was an emotional, I saw enough to know instantly, this is an emotional relationship he's having with somebody. This is a woman that is having a relationship with my husband. And we got in the car, and then my voice got a little, who was that? Oh, like, lower your voice, the kids. And I'm like, okay. And I'm calming myself, the kids are in the car. Let's have grace, right? Stay strong, poised, get home. We get home, blacked out. I was like yelling, screaming, tell me, please, just tell me who that was. Right. Please, I feel so stupid. Just tell me, I'm having a baby. Please just tell me. And I ran out of the house. I got in my car and I just started driving. And I didn't know where I was driving, just driving. Crying in the ocean, bawling. I couldn't even see where I was driving. And I thought, I need to park somewhere. So I went to a park, parked at the park, put my hands on the wheel, and I said, God, if you hear me, please tell me what to do. And in that moment, it's so interesting because I knew that one day I'd have a son and that I would name him Steel. There was like this inner knowing. And when I had that conversation with God, and I was really, it was just like a point of just, I'm surrendering. Just tell me what to do. And I heard this voice, and it was like, you are having your son. There's a reason you named him Steel. You have to stay strong for this whole pregnancy, and just don't make any impulsive decisions. Just keep going. Just keep this in the back of your mind. It's gonna live there, and you're gonna see everything's gonna make sense, but don't make any big decisions right now.
Not only that, there's also proof that Austin was indeed paying people off to keep hush about the SA. Catherine said that sometimes when she randomly checked her bank account, there'd be big numbers missing, like hundreds and thousands of dollars missing from their bank account with no provided reason. Well, Catherine didn't know what the actual reason was during when that happened, or at least that's how Austin gaslit her.
You write that Austin made a lot of financial decisions without asking you, and that it was so extreme you would check your bank account and see 6 figures missing. Where was all the money going?
Yeah, there was moments where, I'd see some money coming out, and it was, to pay this, pay that. And it was like, I didn't feel like I was having that that partner, that husband and wife conversation about our finances. And it would be heartbreaking to look at the bank, because I was very well aware of what was in there. And it's like, where did that go? Like, what's happening? Or like, one thing as well, it's like little things that, things that I would never think to pay for, like a private jet, for instance. That personally for me wasn't something I would ever do. Like, if I had never met him, I would have never been on a private jet today. I'm like, probably never, because I'm thinking like, I'll just take a regular flight. But little moments like that.
But it seems, which makes me sad for you, because I feel like that unfortunately is a lot of people's experience, where you're like, I didn't feel like it was a partnership when it came to finances, and yet you were 50-50 and making all this money. Like, did you ever go to him and be like, Austin, I feel a little bit in the dark here. Like, we need to have...
Yeah, for sure.
And how did he react when you would bring that up?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want you to worry. And I don't know. I just feel like, I get it, but it's like, that's not what a marriage is about. A marriage is about talking about these very deep things that really affect like our children and our future. And like, when you make certain investments, the goal is to make at least make your money back. And so that was really stressful for me. That really caused a lot of stress and strain in our...
Well, that wasn't the only thing. There are a few incidents that suggest Austin McBroom acted inappropriately, especially when it came to his own daughter. For viewers who might find the upcoming information uncomfortable, consider this a trigger warning and feel free to skip this part.
Your butt in front of them.
That's true. I'll be shaking my little thing, my little donk. I'll be working out too. My shit getting fat.
Yeah, lights, bulb.
God, I can't. All I gotta say,
Austin just started working out, by the way. Can you guys tell?
This didn't sit well with viewers either, and these were some of their comments. Austin later took his child to a sex shop. Yes, you heard it right. Which father with a sane mind would take their daughter to a store like that? Not only that, but he also allegedly bought Elle a phallic-shaped lollipop.
This video, which surfaced, it shows a toddler picking out a penis-shaped lollipop in Spencer's, and Austin purchasing it for her.
And this is what people had to say. Well, this is about 2 out of the 3 McBrooms. Like the saying goes, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Allegations against the other McBroom, Landon, weren't exactly tame either. Besides the fact that Landon was accused of legit faking his lifestyle by posting photos from platforms like Pinterest and Tumblr, well, the fans got to know about this as they noticed that some of the images used on his Instagram account were identical to other people's snapshots. The assortment included pictures of designer bags, a sushi meal in a private jet, and also a snapshot of the intertwined legs of a man and a woman, which was posted on Twitter in July. Landon and Shayla were married and had children, but like the other brothers, they shared a habit of portraying a clean, picture-perfect relationship in public, while behind closed doors it aged like old milk. Just like Catherine, Shayla decided to expose Landon and put an end to the misery she was going through. Shayla filed a restraining order against McBroom not long after they gave their fans the news. Landon allegedly abused her physically and mentally, as well as attempted to kidnap their daughter, Solene. Joseph, a mutual friend they had, allegedly played a role in the attempt to kidnap Sol. Unfortunately, law enforcement officers could not help during the incident because she didn't have a custody agreement or emergency protection on their daughter.
Trigger warning. Austin McBroom's brother, Landon, is being accused of allegedly abusing his baby mama, Shyla.
She later uploaded a video on YouTube announcing that they were parting ways. Walker also said she still wants McBroom to be part of their daughter's life. I asked for visits. I want my daughter to have a relationship with her father, whom she will always love regardless of the circumstances. Austin McBroom's next scam was just another typical millionaire move, selling a How I Became a Millionaire course, as if that were some big secret, like he didn't have a whole family working behind the scenes, regularly uploading videos that get millions of views, posting content as if it took a genius to come up with, and yet he still started selling these courses. Just like his previous websites and apps, this one kept crashing repeatedly. Either he doesn't know which developer to consult, or he's deliberately building buggy sites just to scam people without delivering what was promised. I mean, how else do you explain the same issues happening over and over? Apparently, the website often crashed when users tried to pay for subscriptions, but it would still auto-save their card details and process the payment anyway. And if you were hoping for a refund, well, try to recollect what happened previously. Buyers only got a so-called heartfelt apology video instead. This time, Austin openly admitted that his website was indeed buggy, unlike before when he stayed quiet about it. He offered both silver and gold memberships, silver for $7 a month and gold for $50. His pitch was to get people to invest in themselves, saying, "Buy my course like you'd buy a $7 fast food meal." Well, technically that sounds reasonable, if only he actually delivered what people paid for, instead of just giving them a website that does everything but work. This one also brought the Ace family significant backlash. Next up, we've got more of Austin McBroom cheating on his wife, and somehow he kept getting away with it each time, even if Catherine confronted about it, because his friends always covered for him.
It did happen, and that's where I found out all the lies. So like that moment was a significant moment in my life. So of course I'm gonna talk about it if that was life-changing for me, because I was pregnant when all of these things were going on. And I got confirmation from one of his family members saying, "I told him not to bring that girl," and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm thinking like, what, you knew too? Like, I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, like, I'm just being blindsided over here. Like, I had no idea. Like, truly, like, yeah, I've been seeing the rumors and you know, the narratives, but oh my gosh, like, why can't you tell me? Like, why don't you talk to me? Like,
apparently Austin was cheating on Catherine with some woman, and she allegedly left lipstick in his car, which Catherine later found out. When she confronted, Tana covered for Austin, only for her to out Austin at one point, as his scandals were racking up one after another.
Austin McBroom was cheating on Catherine, and the girl he was cheating on her with left a lipstick in his car, and I'm sitting in the car with Jake, and we get a call from Catherine or Austin or whoever the fuck, we answer it, and it's Austin bawling his eyes out and Catherine absolutely screaming, holding this lipstick inside of their car, and she's screaming and she's like, "It's the lipstick, Tana's. Austin says the lipstick's Tana's, blah blah blah." Austin's bawling. My dumbass thinks that the right thing to do at the time is save the kids, save the kids. So I lie to Catherine. I'm like, "This is my lipstick." It wasn't my lipstick, Catherine. I'm really sorry, but we Team Bryce out here, on God. So
not only that, Catherine also confirmed this happened.
Tana Mojo recently revealed that she covered for Austin after you found lipstick in Austin's car.
she covered for him, which I believe that it's probably true. It definitely happened because I remember we had a Lamborghini at the time. I never drove that car. And I got in one day as a passenger, and I noticed there was a lip liner or lip gloss, something like that. And it wasn't mine. And I thought, and I'm like, whose is this? He's like, oh, so-and-so got in my car the other day, and his girlfriend was on the lap, and I drove them down the street to get into their car. And I'm like, I don't believe you. Like, at this point now, I don't believe you.
Right.
He's like, I'm gonna call him right now. And so I guess she was there. I think her publicly talking about that is hurtful. Why didn't you call me? Message me. Tell, hey girl, I was there on that phone call. I just want to let you know, that wasn't true.
Austin's reason behind all this back-to-back cheating was that he just didn't have a great intimate life with his wife. Instead of working things out with her, he decided to cheat. Catherine said she couldn't bring herself to be intimate with him because she found it disgusting that he would cheat and then act completely normal about it. I mean, who could stand a cheating husband?
So, ex intimacy is very, very sacred to me. Like, more today than it has ever been. When I found out that there was cheating, I checked out. And I said, my body is a temple, and I refuse to allow anybody to come near my temple if he cannot be honest and truthful and loyal. And it was like, I'm checked out. And it is true. And I wrote it in the book. I put the same exact, put 4 years. It was 4 years. It was actually more like 5 years if you think about it, because
5 years of what?
Of not being intimate with him. Okay. Because just to be completely transparent and honest, because I do feel like a lot of women and men can relate to this. But I was going through a lot of postpartum, your body changes, you're breastfeeding and you're taking care of multiple children. And so we had my daughter, and then we had, I was pregnant that whole year, and I was, the cheating allegations, all the things. And I thought, I don't know. And then I got pregnant with my son, and I'm thinking, like, maybe we can make this work. Maybe this is not what it all seems to be. And, we had just moved into our new house, and we're like, maybe we can have the family that we're always meant to have, the family that we're portrayed to the world, maybe we can really be that. And I got pregnant, and then and then I found out he was cheating on me, and that was it. That was a never, ever, like,
never again.
Never again.
There were big signs and plenty of red flags, not at the very beginning, but they started showing up as the relationship went on. Catherine didn't seem to catch on to them because she trusted him and believed in their relationship. Sadly, it eventually became completely one-sided.
When it first started, my heart sank. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I remember, like, sitting with oh my gosh, like, is this gonna happen? And then it was like, oh, well, I see him, I'm with him every day. Like, we're co-parenting, we're married, we're business partners. I mean, when is he gonna have time? But it's really interesting. I was telling my mom the other day, I remember when I was 16 years old and I walked into a room where the TV was on, and there was, it was that talk show, Tyra Banks. And there was a lady who said, if a man has enough time to go into the bathroom, he has enough time to cheat. And it just stuck with me. And I thought, does he have enough time to cheat on me? You know what I mean? And so that was kind of like the beginning. It's like, I don't know what's true or not. And, and I'd even have moments where we'd be laying in bed, just falling asleep. And I'd get a text from a random number. Your husband is out at a party with me, da da da. And I'm thinking, like, he's right over here. So there's moments I didn't know what to believe. There's some things that are true. There's some things that are distorted. There's some things that are not true. So it was really hard to tell, that comes with the territory, and let's not respond because we're just going to add fuel to the fire, and it's not true. I'm like, okay, and
his reputation was ruined. His relationship with his family was on the rocks, and surprise, he was also struggling financially. The man everyone thought was a millionaire turned out to be broke, unable to pay his mortgage for over 6 months. He reportedly didn't pay property taxes or any bills during the first half of 2021. Well, all that hush money spent silencing multiple people could have taken quite a toll on his bank account after all. According to a notice of default issued by a debt collection company and served to the McBroom residents on May 21, they had 90 days to repay the $8.7 million owed to their lender. Then, on August 30, a notice of trustee's sale was sent to the McBrooms stating that their property would be sold at a public auction for an estimated $9.3 million. The debt collection company's notice leaked online in July. Shortly after, it was revealed that Ace Hat Collection had been approved for a $108,332 federal loan from the Paycheck Protection Program in May 2020. According to ProPublica's database of beneficiaries, records show that Ace Hat Collection used $20,000 of that loan to pay off mortgage interest in 2020. However, Austin and Catherine McBroom denied rumors they would be evicted. McBroom wrote on Instagram, "Ain't nobody getting evicted, ain't nobody moving, stop believing everything you see the haters say on the internet." Well, they weren't haters, just the bankers, I guess, but sure. Well, they eventually got evicted and the property is up on Zillow now. If anyone's up for buying here, take a look at the price and then your wallet. From 2015 to 2025, it truly was the end of an era. Austin and Catherine are no longer together. Their channel is still up, filled with all their videos from the very beginning, but their once sweet, picture-perfect relationship came to a bitter end that no one saw coming. Did you see any of this coming if you've been following Austin and Catherine for a while? If not, what did you think of them? Let us know in the comments below and make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more episodes like this.